Assalamu alaikum my dear kids, how are you? Are you fine at your home? Yes, mashallah. Hello, let's shake hand. Hello, let's shake hand. Hello, let's shake hand. It's science time again. Everybody clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Everybody bow 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Everybody jump 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Everybody jump up high. Hello, let's shake hand. Hello, let's shake hand. Hello, let's shake hand. It's back to science class. Today we are going to learn about big idea. Big idea. Today we are going to learn about big idea. Big idea. Before going to class, you go and take your notebook or an A4 sheet. Okay, take an A4 sheet or your notebook and pen or pencil. Come on and take your seat which is comfortable for you. Take all the accessories you want to watch the video. If you want some water, take 1 bottle of water. Isn't it? If you want some water, take 1 bottle of water in front of you. If you want some snacks, take little snacks for you in your table. Okay, take all the exercise you want to watch the lesson. Take pen, pencil, sharpener, eraser. Then if you want some crayons, take crayons also. Right. Then a bottle of water, A4 sheet, book. Right. And you sit in your comfortable place. Sit in your comfortable place. Sit in your comfortable place. That means you sit in a free area without more noises. Okay, sit in your comfortable area and you just draw 2 columns in that notebook or in A4 sheet. Draw 2 columns. 2 columns. Okay, you just write down in 1 column, you just write down notice. Then you write down wonder in another column. Notice in 1 column, wonder in another column. Okay. After my lesson, you should write what you noticed from my lesson. Okay, after this video lesson, just write down in the notice column what you noticed. What you noticed in that lesson. in the wonder column, you should write what you wondered. What you wondered. What you wondered in that lesson. That means doubts. Okay. You have any doubt, you write down in the wonder column. You write down in the notice column what you write. Yes, what you understood or what you noticed from my class. Okay, are you ready? I'll give you 1 minute. Sorry, yes, 1 minute. You just take 1 minute to take all these things. Okay, okay. I hope you all are ready. Yes, very good. Now let's start our class. Are you ready? Okay. Before going to class, I'll give you a warm-up activity. Are you ready? Yes. Everyone, listen me and watch me. Take 4 fingers. 2 fingers from your right hand and 2 fingers from your left hand, and close your eyes. Then touch here. Touch here and close your eyes. Then breathe in and out. Okay. Then touch here in your vocal cord. Touch here and breathe in and out. Then touch here. Okay, now you got a fresh mind, isn't it? You got a fresh mind. You practice from your home. Okay, let's start our class. Yes, very good. Today we are going to learn about big idea. Big idea. Big idea. What do you mean by big idea? Big idea. Do you know? No? Do you know idea? An idea can change your life. Is that idea? No, this is not that idea. This is big idea. Big idea means the whole idea from a lesson. That means the whole thing. What you understood from a lesson. The whole idea. What you understood from a lesson. The whole idea. What you understood from a lesson. The whole idea. What you understood from a lesson. Now you got it? You got it? there are many ideas in a lesson. There are many concepts. That means concepts in a lesson. The whole concepts together called a big idea. The whole concepts together called a big idea. In each classes, in each lesson, we have a big idea. In each lesson, we have a big idea. Yes, idea. A big idea. Now, I gave you 2 lessons. I gave you 2 lessons. Right. The first lesson was about environment. About environment and the things who live in an environment. That means living things, non-living things. Right. In the first lesson, we learnt about environment and the things who are living in an environment. What are the things in an environment? Right. The second lesson, we learnt about our environment and some mini bits, right, and some plants and some animals in our environment, and we learned the role of the mini bits, right. The role of the mini bits in our environment. What was the role of mini bits in our environment? Yes, everyone know that, right? To decompose a dead body. To decompose a dead body. Yes. Now, the big idea. What you got from that lessons? What you understood from that lessons? Do you know? Anyone know what will be the big idea in that lessons? What will be the big idea? The big idea. Big idea in that lesson. 2 lessons are there. One is about environment and its living things. It's things, living and non-living things. The second one was about small mini bits, some places, shady wet places, dry places like that. Right. Then what you understood? What is the whole idea about that lessons? The big idea about that lessons? Do you know? Anyone know? No. Yes, I'll explain. Don't worry, I'll explain what was the big idea in that lesson. Each and everything in an environment has its own role and responsibilities. In an environment, everything has a role, a responsibility. In an environment, everything has a role or responsibility. That is the big idea in that lessons. Everything in an environment has its own role and responsibilities. That was the big idea in that lessons. That was the big idea in that lessons. Now you got it? What is the big idea? You got it? Yes. Big idea means the whole idea, the whole conceptual idea, the whole concept together called a big idea. In each lesson we have a big idea. We provide a big idea for you. A big idea. A big idea. That means the last class we learned from 2 lessons we learned about environment and many bits like that. Okay. From that lessons we got a big idea. We established a big idea. What was that? Everything in an environment has its own roles and responsibilities. Everything in our environment has its own roles and responsibilities. Right? Everything in our environment has its own roles and responsibilities. That is the big idea in that lessons. That was the big idea from that lessons. Now you got it. What is the big idea? What was the big idea from our lessons? Right? Everything in an environment has its own roles and responsibilities. Right? Now I give you an assignment. Now you learned what is the big idea from our lesson. Everything in our environment has a role and responsibility. Now what will be your assignment? Anyone guess? No? Yes, I'll tell you. The assignment is write down what are the roles and responsibilities of you in our environment. What are the responsibilities of you in our environment? Okay. Can you write? What are the roles and responsibilities in our environment? You just write down in your notebook. And the other assignment is, I just told you to draw 2 columns. One is notice and the other is wonder. You write down what are the things you noticed in this lesson. And in the wonder column you write down what are the things you wonder about. What are the things you wonder about? That means what are the things you have to explain or doubts. What are the doubts you have in this lesson? What are the things you understood from this lesson? In notice column you write down what are the things you noticed in this class, in this lesson. In wonder column you just write down what are the things you wonder about, you didn't understand. Okay, you just write down and You just draw 2 columns and write down and send it to me. Okay. And the other assignment is write down your roles and responsibilities for our environment. Are you ready? Yes, very good, mashallah. So, I'm waiting for your assignment. Okay, this is the time to wind up our class. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.